The attack on Pearl Harbor united Americans like few events in our history. Fierce debates over whether the U.S. should join the Allies in World War II gave way to a steel resolve to defeat Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. As the war escalated, able-bodied young men joined the military in droves. With millions of young men headed overseas, young American women began stepping up to take their place in the factories, building and assembling those tanks and bombers as welders, drillers, and riveters. Among those women was a blue-eyed beauty by the name of Elinor Otto, who in 1942 walked into a factory outside of San Diego, California.
First time women had that type of job, and we were all excited. The men taught us and how the tools and riveting and all that, and it didn't take us long to catch on. We could see that the men's job wasn't as hard as they made us think it was.
At the time, Elinor didn't think she was part of anything special. Good jobs were tough to find, and she was most concerned with providing for her young son, making 65 cents an hour assembling airplanes. Elinor earned a reputation as one of the fastest riveters on the line.
I didn't realize how important it was then, because it was just something we were doing. We knew how important it was in a way because we knew we had to win the war. We had to win that war, so that's why we kept busy and kept working at it. But we didn't know how important it was and being special doing it as women.
Meanwhile, more and more women across the country flocked to the factories, ready to take on a tough job and support the war effort. Soon they earned themselves a nickname, Rosie the Riveter. American women proved to be invaluable in supporting the war effort, ensuring that the troops had the state-of-the-art materials needed to win the war and secure the peace. After Japan surrendered on September 2, 1945, American troops returned home, and most of the Rosies were let go, including Elinor Otto. With bills to pay, Elinor searched for a new line of work. Office jobs bored her, and she missed the action of the assembly lines. In time, more and more women began entering the peacetime workforce, and new opportunities in all kinds of occupations began to open up. It was thanks in large part to the Rosie the Riveters, who had flocked to the factories with the attitude, "We can do it." Elinor Otto's luck soon changed as well. The booming post-war economy of Southern California led to a strong aircraft industry and a big need for factory workers who could handle a rivet gun.
Somebody I knew came up here to Long Beach, and she said, "You better get up here because Douglas is hiring women for the first time since the war." And got hired just like that when they found out we had worked at Ryan.
So this Rosie the Riveter went back to work in the factory, building airplanes just as she did during the war. 1 year became 2, and 2 became 10. And 72 years later, that blue-eyed beauty who first stepped on the assembly line in 1942 was still at it, working as a riveter at a C-17 plant in Long Beach, California. A legend among her co-workers, Elinor Otto could wield the rivet gun as deftly as she could in 1942.
It's a challenge. Women want to be challenged, which we have been, and look what it's brought. We get congratulations from all these women that are CEOs and presidents of corporations, that we paved the way. So proud of that fact. I never realized till now. And we all did it. That's why we go on like that, because we all did it, and it didn't take us long to learn. So many things have changed, the women, and if we had a part of it, I am so happy.